hit the ramp. Hear that crowd, every headline's written in sweat. One wrong move, that's a bet you regret. This is the Rotz Report, coming in when the kings fall short. Wrestling pedigree paid in scars. Climb that rope, I'm grabbing stars. Rotz Report, truth is harder than a steel cage door. I'm the chapter you can't destroy. Rotz Report.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Rotz Report. I'm your co-host, Matty. With me, as usual, is the Double Troubles themselves. Firstly, the Ohio showstopper, Christopher Rotz. How are you?
I am doing good on this Friday night, or what? We are here to talk to you guys all about wrestling, give you guys our thoughts on this crazy week that has been with wrestling, and we're going to be also previewing and predicting tomorrow night's WWE Backlash live from Tampa, Florida. Always say yeah to NoDQ.com. Follow Wrestling Pedigree on all social medias, and I'm ready to dive on into our conversation.
It's always good to have you on, and with us also is the Scorpion himself, Lewis Joshua. Apparently, he is an MWL legend. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well, boys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are worldwide. I can't wait to get into it and talk once again about the sport we love, which is professional wrestling. Let's do it.
Absolutely great to have you on. Now, it's been a week especially for content creators and stuff like that with WWE and Instagram and everything. So, Ross, I want to ask you, as a person that watches a lot of content with wrestling, what's your take on WWE cutting it down more on, like, especially Instagram and that?
I'm going to tell you, it's a rotten shame that they have to crack down on these content creators. And I understand why they're doing it is because of, if you clip something, that is a copyright right off the bat. And it's just sad that these content creators are putting their hard work into providing us the best scenarios possible and just being a fan of professional wrestling, and you can't even clip anything. And I feel this is like a TKO decision right off the bat. So hopefully things can be getting light up with the content creators, but I know moving forward, they're just not going to be allowed to just clip stuff, and they're just going to have to watch the shows, react to it, and not post anything on Instagram or social medias about it.
I know there's a Conman's, I think it's his Instagram, has been suspended. His Twitch got suspended for a whole different reason. But multiple content creators have been hit by copyright, especially on Instagram, YouTube, and some on Patreon, which I was surprised with. Lewis, as a fan of watching the reactions, what's your take on WWE giving out the copyright law a bit more?
I haven't really seen that, to be fair, dude.
So you know, like when you're watching a WWE show and they do like the reactioners, like they show them, like, if Albert Fermi came in and he beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
They show fans, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right. So they are the reactioners. So they're the ones, like, are like we do with our watch-alongs, and they're and they're posting out their reactions, but underneath it they have the matches they're showing. Because of that, WWE, even though they use their reactions, are using the copyright law against them. So literally getting screwed over the reactioners, the content creators. So that's the main reason why. And for someone that watches wrestling like we do, surely you gotta think that's BS.
Well, yeah, because all they're giving is just basically their reactions and their thoughts and opinions. That's it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're like illegally streaming and breaking the law and everything. So what's why should reactions be any different?
Exactly, and hopefully it gets sorted. I think once in a while they do like a massive clampdown, and then all of a sudden everything's right in the world. So hopefully it gets sorted. So let's get into it. We were watching SmackDown last week. Something horrible happened while we were watching it, and well, not watching on, but by God, the gingerbread man passed away thanks to the other gingerbread man, Sami Zayn. It's kind of crazy that a gingerbread man kicked another gingerbread man in the ginger nuts, and he died. So it's kind of fucked up. I'll ask you, Lewis. What's your take on the gingerbread man passing away last week?
Oh, I gotta be honest. I didn't see that.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, you're lucky because a lot of people did, including me and Rotz. Rotz, what's your take? Because I know you weren't a fan of it.
I just wasn't a fan of it. And on a side note, we're thinking of the gingerbread man. He did a good job while it lasts. But to be honest, the gingerbread man costume was Sami Zayn at first. And then the gingerbread man was a mannequin last week. So we're going to be seeing the funeral of the gingerbread man tonight. He did a good job while it lasts, and we just got to move on from it.
Oh, you need a British sense of humor. You just need a British sense of humor. I found it fucking hilarious. It's that goofy kind of wrestling where it fits, and Trick Williams played that to perfection last week. And like you said, we're filming this live on a Friday night before SmackDown. I am so looking forward to the funeral. Hence why I'm in black. Hence why Lewis is in black also, and so are you. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it and see what Tricky does. I swear to God, if Sami Zayn's in that coffin, I'm gonna go batshit crazy. People don't like it; they think it's bullshit. A lot of fans do like it, so it's one of the good things WWE has done because the rest of the past week it's been utter BS. I want to quickly get into another thing. Jacob Fatu destroying once again MFTs and not hitting the Usos. Rotz, what's your take on Jacob Fatu's momentum at the moment?
I'm going to tell you, his momentum is on a whole nother level because he's using what is that move called under the neck? Is it like the
Tonka hold or something like that?
The Tonka hold.
It's enough that it's illegal within the family to use.
So I'm just gonna say, Jacob Fatu's been using an illegal move that's been passed down by the Samoan family. He is just on a whole nother level right now. He defeated Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania in the Unsanctioned, and now he's finally in that main event scene. And personally, is he ready to be world champion? I think he is, but not yet. I think his time will come. And I'm going to tell you, tomorrow with Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, that match tomorrow is going to be a generational match, and it's going to be leaving us on the edge of our seats.
Oh, absolutely. Lewis, what's your take on Jacob Fatu's momentum at the moment and him taking out MFTs?
Jacob Fatu, for me at the moment, I've got to be honest, I've never, ever seen such confidence in him. He's just come out of nowhere. It's literally like he's just smashed his way through a bunch of steel gates and basically looked at Roman and basically said, I'm coming for you. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if at Backlash, Roman and the Samoan werewolf are at it. And then it wouldn't surprise me if Solo Sikoa and his buddies, wouldn't surprise me if they came down and interfered and started beating up on Roman Reigns, and then Jacob Fatu and the Usos start beating up Solo Sikoa and his boys. That I wouldn't be surprised with that at all.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Talking of the MFTs and that, it's obviously been a week since we've done Rotz Report. Since between that week, we've had a couple more releases. JC, well, I'm just calling him Jeff Cobb now because he's gone. Tama Tonga, is it? He's gone. And the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston has been, well, not released. The MFT guys were released. The New Day received a contract which was half their wages. They said we're better than that, and they decided to say screw you, TKO, and we're going to do our way. So I look forward to what New Day does next. Rotz, what's your take on the new releases?
I'm going to tell you, with the MFTs, with Jeff Cobb, I've been hearing that last year they were going to start pushing the guy to have good feuds with the top tier superstars, but that didn't pan out good. And also Tonga Lola is released, not Tama Tonga, but everybody is kind of saying that Tama Tonga is also gone from WWE, but I don't know if it's 100% confirmed. But hopefully Tama Tonga stays around. Just got to pray and hope to see. But Tonga Lola, he just didn't amount to much. Jeff Cobb, they could have used him the proper way. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Cobb goes back to like New Japan once again. Tonga Lola, I don't know what he wants to do, but the New Day did shock me a little bit because I was a fan of the New Day. Kofi Kingston became Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, Tag Team Champions, and also became WWE Champion at WrestleMania 35 in 2019 when he defeated Daniel Bryan. And then Xavier Woods, he had an injury, and we don't know when he was going to come back. So I just feel it was best that they both left on their terms. And I'm hearing with Xavier Woods that WWE is going to try to keep him in the company because of his video game channel, Up, Up, Down, Down. So hopefully they can figure that out and have like a Tyler Breeze type of deal to just keep that up and running with Kofi. I don't know what he'll end up doing, but if for some reason, if Xavier Woods doesn't want to do that type of deal, I wouldn't be surprised if the New Day shows up in AEW, where the best tag team is around, because I'm going to be totally honest, we could be seeing some dream matches with the New Day if they go to AEW. We could see like the New Day versus Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. We could see the New Day and FTR once again. We could see the New Day versus Jet Speed, Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. We can also see the Bang Bang Gangs. And what would be the best dream scenario is if we see the New Day versus the Young Bucks in AEW. That would be good. So wherever these released superstars go, we here on Wrestling Pedigree, we wish them their future endeavors, and we'll be supporting you guys throughout your journey.
Lewis, what was your take on the New Day being released?
Yeah, I was really, really shocked, man. Like when you add including Big E in there as well, they were a hell of a tag team. So I'm really, really shocked by the New Day being released. But like Rotz just said, I wish them well for their futures and stuff, and wherever they go, because in my eyes, they're easily going to be in my top 10 list of WWE tag teams of all time. I really, really enjoyed watching the New Day, and my favorite moment from them was at one of the WrestleManias when they interfered, and it looked like as if they were going to be the fourth tag team coming down for this ladder match, but they brought out the Hardy Boys. I was like, right,
yeah,
that is one of the best WrestleMania moments I've ever seen in my life.
I want to say that's WrestleMania 33.
Yes, it was definitely WrestleMania 33, 2017 in Orlando, Florida, with the New Day hosting WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then pretending they're coming out, and then here comes the artist. Yeah, I agree, Lewis. That is one hell of a moment. Let's go into some a bit more positive. Let's go to Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about Obafemi. And let's talk about New Day. Every time someone mentions him, there's that strut. Let's talk about his match, his open challenge match against Otis. Was going to be Tozawa, but thank God it wasn't Tozawa, because I think Tozawa would have whooped Oba's ass. What a great match. It didn't last long, but Otis definitely gave himself some brownie points, because that was a really good match. He put Otis over he put Oba over like Rover. Lewis, what was your take on that match of two big meaty men slapping meat?
Like, literally, how Obafemi managed to overpower a 300+ pound dude and pick him up like a doll and just throw him across the ring. I was like, is this guy even human? Honestly, like, Obafemi, I don't care who you are. If you're if you're like the physique of Braun Strowman, or if you're like a physique of the Big Show, he's just going to throw you around like a rag doll. That's all there is to it. Obafemi was born for the WWE. This dude is going places, and it's going to happen very, very soon. That's my thoughts on him.
Absolutely. Ross.
My take on it, I was talking to my brother about this, and I said to him before the Femi Open Challenge hits, I says, we're going to be seeing two meaty man slapping meat. The meaty man is Oba, and the other meaty man, and I guessed it off the top of my head, Otis, and I'm going to tell you, I was correct when I saw Otis. But hey, Obafemi, he's going places, and it started at WrestleMania when he defeated Brock Lesnar. The rise of Obafemi is not stopping whatsoever. And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I think Obafemi, and whenever WWE does announce the 2026 King and Queen of the Ring tournament, I'm throwing Obafemi's name into that list, because I'm marking down that Obafemi will win the King of the Ring tournament, and he will go and face the world champion at SummerSlam.
That's a prediction and a half, that is. Let's go into something which Lewis mentioned before we went on the air. Soruka came out to how would you say it? Just come out and disrupt Becky Lynch. What's your take on this rivalry about to build up, Lewis? Because I know you want to talk about her.
Well, I've got to tell you, right? And I don't care what anybody says. In my eyes, she is the future diva of the women's division in WWE. Sol Ruka is there to claim her rights as a future champion. And that moment when she signed that contract, and after she delivered that move to Becky Lynch, I can't remember what it's called.
Soul Snatcher.
That's the one. After she delivered that Soul Snatcher, I was like, Becky, you don't go down and disrespect and interrupt an upcoming rising star, because you're just going to get shat all over. Trust me. Becky Lynch against Sol Ruka, right? Becky's just signed her own death warrant. She really, really has.
It's going to be a great match whenever they have that. Rotz, before I go on to you, I'm going to ruin some of your favorite sayings now. So the Bleacher Report has announced the top 10 men and women in WWE right now. I'm going to give you the list, and you can see what's the difference to it. I don't agree with this list because I think a lot of what Bleacher Report has said is bullshit. Number 10, Jade Cargill. Number 9, Stephanie Falcour. Number 8, Roxanne Perez. Number 7, JC Jane. Number 6, Asuka. Number 5, Io Sky. Number 4, Tiffany Stratton. Number 3, Becky Lynch. Number 2, Liv Morgan. And number 1, Rhea Ripley. So your favorite Irish lass can't say it. Well, the Bleacher Report says it. What's your take on that list? And where do you see Saruka versus Becky in the future?
Well, the list, Becky Lynch should have just been number 1 in the first place, so we can keep this gimmick going on. She's the best female wrestler of all time. Backlash Report says it. CBS Sports is saying it. ESPN is saying it. But the list is kind of good. Rhea Ripley is the top tier talent. She's talented. She's the women's champion. And then Liv Morgan, well, she's the greatest women's world champion of all time. So the list is good, but where I see Becky and Soruka going, I feel we're going to get this match in 2 weeks from tomorrow at Saturday night's main event on May 23rd, or they might save this for Clash in Italy for the Intercontinental Championship on May 31st. Whenever they do have this match, is Soruka going to beat another member of the 4 horsewomen in WWE? But this time around, it's for the Intercontinental Championship. I feel Soruka is going to absolutely be the women's Intercontinental Champion. I don't see Becky holding on to this championship much longer. The Intercontinental Championship for Becky Lynch is beneath her, and I think it's time that Becky moves up the ladder and go after the Women's World Championship scene and let Soruka have her time and have her rise to occasion in WWE.
Wow, that's a great take on that. But you mentioned the Intercontinental title for the women's, for the men's. Lewis, what's your take on Ethan Page since he's been called up to Monday Night Raw?
Ethan Page. I don't know much about Ethan Page, but he does look like a great wrestler, if you ask me. Yeah, I can see him being a future United States champion or an Intercontinental champion, and then slowly building his way up the ladder. But whether he does it this year or next year remains to be seen, really, with Ethan. But I'm glad he's on Monday Night Raw. Breath of fresh air, innit? Change of scenery. So
yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that. He's been a breath of fresh air since he's been on Monday Night Raw. Rotz, what's your take on the Ego one?
I feel I'm agreeing with Scorpion is a fresh what did you say? A fresh
go on, you say it, because I can't say it now.
A breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air.
A breath of fresh air. All Ego Ethan Page is talented. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Ethan Page is going to win the Intercontinental Championship very soon. I just have a gut feeling it could happen as early as Saturday night's main event or Clash in Italy. One of those events, Ethan Page will become the new Intercontinental Championship.
Wow. I'll hold you to that. Let's quickly head into NXT. Will Cruz, I'm going to keep calling him Will Cruz because I'm not the fan of the name yet. Showed up again and attacked Tony D'Angelo. Rotz, what's your take on Mason Rook, formerly known as Will Cruz?
Well, with me finally seeing Will Cruz, Mason Rook, I feel he's going to have a bright future ahead, and he's going to do wonders in NXT.
Absolutely. Don't know, Lewis, have you seen the likes of Will Cruz?
I've heard of Will Cruz. I've seen highlights of him. Boy, oh boy. I like this dude.
I love the chant. He's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. Will Cruz. Now you gotta say he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. Mason Rook. Mason Rook.
Yeah, I do like the look of him, to be fair. Is this the one that was like dressed in the black attire and he's like quite kind of gives you like Big Show vibes kind of thing?
Yeah, he's built like a brick house.
Yeah. Do you know what? In a couple of years, I'd love to see him on SmackDown or Raw. To be fair,
Oh yeah, he will be.
I think he's got the potential, and I think again he's another great young upcoming wrestler that's got the potential to climb the ladder and go to the very top.
Oh, absolutely. With Will, I watched Will for many, many years on the UK Indies. The guy is like a Bam Bam Bigelow mixed with like a Rey Mysterio. The guy could beat the shit out of you strong style or do like we saw on his debut, one hell of a clean moonsault. So we are gonna be spoiled by watching him 100%. Um for that with NXT, it wasn't the best show, but I want to quickly go on to AEW because I would love to hear Rotz's reaction to this. Darby Allin has said to MJF, if you want this title shot, you gotta put your hair on the line. What's your take on that?
I'm gonna be telling you guys, with Darby Allin as world championship, I'm proud of the guy because he is one of the reasons I started watching AEW in the first place. It's because of Darby Allin. And when I watched AEW starting in April, and I saw him going up against Matt Hardy for the TNT Championship, I was impressed by Darby Allin, and I started to say he is officially the reason I started watching AEW, but that's off track. But with this storyline with MJF putting his hair on the line against Darby, I know where this is going. MJF is not going to be losing his hair. MJF is going to get his Triple B back, and he's going to win the world championship at Double or Nothing. And here's the thing. Darby Allin, he defeated Kevin Knight this past Wednesday on AEW. Now tomorrow at Fairway to Hell, we're going to get Darby Allin versus Pac. And then this coming Wednesday on AEW, and I'm going to be looking forward to this, Darby Allin versus Okada. That is going to be a good, solid match. And what Darby Allin says, he's going to be a fighting championship until the wheels fall off. They're going to have this storyline perfectly. And when he defends that title against MJF at Double or Nothing, the wheels are going to be falling off. And that's when MJF is going to finally become the world champion once again.
I am a sucker. We made this very clear on the show. I want MJF versus Will Ospreay at All In. So with MJF winning at Double or Nothing, I'm hoping. With that, let's do our Backlash predictions. As apparently everybody likes to say at Backlash. Let's get into this. Let's talk about what we were talking about earlier. The Gingerbread Man. Sami Zayn looking to get his title back against Tricky Williams. Lewis, what is your take on this, and who have you got to win?
No brainer, hands down. I'm going Trick Williams to retain.
There we go. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Rotz.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. It's a no-brainer. Trick Williams just won the United States Championship back at WrestleMania. There is no way of him dropping the champion anytime soon. And I'm going to be honest, I feel we are officially going to see that double turn where Sami Zayn goes full-blown heel, and then Trick Williams will be the full-blown baby face. And what comes next with Trick Williams? I would love for him to go up against Ilya Dragunov again. And I also see during the summer a Trick Melogang feud happening over the United States Championship.
I could see that. Honestly, same as you guys. Tricky Williams wins. A very personal match here. Io Sky versus Oscar. Rotz, who have you got for this one?
I'm gonna say this. I'm going with Io Sky to win this match because I just have a gut feeling we're gonna see the return of Kairi Sane. And here's the reason why I feel Kairi Sane is going to return tomorrow. It's because we've been seeing this movie a lot of times when you get released, like literally 2 weeks ago, you return back to the same company 2 weeks later. And it's the same thing what happened with R-Truth last year. It's going to be the exact same way with Kairi Sane this time around. She returns tomorrow to finally pay off this storyline with Io and Asuka. Io Sky is going to win. And what comes next with Io is I feel we're going to be having Io Sky going after the Women's World Championship. And I wouldn't be surprised if Io Sky wins the 2026 Queen of the Ring tournament to go to SummerSlam to challenge for the Women's World Champion in Liv Morgan. Was next with Asuka. I could see her going into the Intercontinental Championship scene, or I would move her over to Friday Night SmackDown.
Wow. I for me, I don't think Carrie would come back. I just there's been rumors that she's just wanted to go back to Japan, so I'll be very surprised, very very surprised if she shows up tomorrow. Lewis,
No brainer for me. I got Io Sky winning this match.
yeah, I agree with you on that one. I got Io also, and also a quick shout out to Io who is celebrating her 35th birthday today. This one, Lewis, I am looking forward for your answer on this one. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. Who have you got for this one?
Okay, now this is a hard matchup for me. Do you know what? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins because I reckon that if Seth Rollins beats Braun Breaker, this is going to put a dent in the Vision's future.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going to say Seth Rollins beats him.
Fair shout on that. Fair shout. Rotz.
I'm going to say this. I'm disagreeing with Louis Joshua. I got Braun Breaker winning this because this is his first match back since having that injury. And I feel we're going to be seeing a trilogy with Seth and Braun heading into the summer. And I've been vocal about this. This is going to be the feud of the summer with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is going to win the first match here. And the story is Seth doesn't have nobody and no friends to help him out. I feel we're going to get Seth finding some friends in the Street Profits to take on the Vision's Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul in a 6-man tag match. That could happen at Saturday night's main event or Clash in Italy. And then you can go into Night of Champions from Saudi Arabia with Seth and Braun facing each other for the second time. And then you have the blow off to this rivalry at SummerSlam with Seth and Braun Breaker. And what better way of putting these two and having a blow off? I feel if the story is there and this is going to be personal as is, you put these two in a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So this is where I see the storyline going. Braun wins the first one, and then maybe we could see the return of Bronson Reed tomorrow night at Backlash. I don't know how much longer he has in his recovery, so time will tell on that, but I got Braun Breaker tomorrow night.
First out. I got Seth Rollins. I feel they'll start with Seth winning this first round, and the end game of the rivalry we'll get Braun going way over. We have Miz and Kit Wilson, as Rotz likes to say, in a tag team match against Danhausen and a mystery partner of his choosing. Lewis, who have you got, and who do you think will be Danhausen's mystery partner?
I got Danhausen and his mystery partner.
Oh, who do you think it could be?
Ooh. I don't know.
It's difficult to pick because he's cursed everyone.
Damn. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But do you know who I can see teaming up with him?
Who?
Just for one night only to come back to WWE. I got a feeling it's going to be Jeff Hardy.
That'll be something. That'll be funny. I mean, they've got a TNA contract, so you can show up on WWE. That'll be funny. That'll be a great part, especially in Florida. Rotz.
I'm agreeing with Louis Joshua. I got Danhausen and the mystery partner. And this mystery partner, I'm going to say it's going to be Jelly Roll. And the reason I'm saying it's Jelly Roll is because they were literally building up the story with The Miz, Kit Wilson, Danhausen, and Jelly Roll for WrestleMania, but plans changed and TKO decided let's put Jelly Roll in the storyline with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, and also you brought in Pat McAfee into the Cody Randy Jelly storyline at WrestleMania. So this was the original match that was going to happen at WrestleMania. We're finally going to get the original match here at Backlash. Jelly Roll will be Danhausen's mystery partner tomorrow night.
So I agree with you that Danhausen and the mystery partner will be the winners. The mystery partner for me, I have two. One is like you said, Jelly Roll. Two, I think it could be his good friend, Mr. Pepsi Phil. I think it could be CM Punk. Obviously they're great friends, and it'll just be an attraction to get people talking like, "Oh my God, CM Punk is at Backlash." That's what I think will happen. Main event time. I think it's a no-brainer. I hate to say this, but I think it's the OTC. Talking about that before, we get the predictions. Let's have a look where it was. There was a Bleacher Report for the men's, and this will make Rotz very happy. Number 10, Seth Rollins. Number 9, Ethan Page. Number 8, Finn Balor. Number 7, Braun Breaker. Number 6, Obafemi. Number 5, Tricky Williams. Number 4, Penta. Number 3, Jacob Fatu. Number 2, Cody Rhodes. And number 1, the OTC, Roman Reigns. Rotz, who have you got for this match?
Well, it's a no-brainer. Roman Reigns just won the World Championship at WrestleMania, and there's no way they're going to take the title off of him to put it on Jacob. That if they put the title on Jacob Fatu tomorrow, I would be shocked as all could be. And what I said earlier, Jacob Fatu is ready to be the world champion, but not yet. He has to acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. And Roman Reigns is going to retain tomorrow. And if this feud goes beyond that, maybe we could see a rematch, a clash in Italy with Roman and Jacob. So, yeah, Roman Reigns retains tomorrow.
Wow, that's a shout there. Lewis.
Yeah, unfortunately, the OT bitch retains his title.
I love it. I love it. All right. So we're almost to the end. So let's do our top 10. I gave you guys missions last week to do it. It was top 10's WWE champions, which is the main title. So we're going from 10 to 1. So he made it very interesting last week with the list. So I'll go start with him again. Lewis, who is your number 10 WWE champion?
My number 10, greatest WWE champion of all time, had 2 matches with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Also, back in the 90s, had a match with The Undertaker inside a Hell in a Cell. And he is none other than Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
At number 10.
Yeah.
That's big. If you people want to know why he put Shawn Michaels at number 10, just look at his t-shirt. Ross, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is, I'm going to shock you guys with my number 10. He became the WWE champion in his rookie year in 2009. He also became the WWE championship in November of 2015. His name is the Celtic Warrior Sheamus.
Wow, that's not a bad shout. I'm surprised you put him as 10. My 10 would have been Batista. I just think if it was world title, I would have said that. But for me, WWE champion, yeah, Batista number 10. Lewis, number 9. This where it gets more controversial now, I think.
At number 9, I don't know why I've got him all the way down at number 9, because I think that there was better WWE champions than him. But at number 9, I have my favorite wrestler of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Controversial number 9. Whoa, Ross.
My number 9. He became the WWE championship in his rookie year in 2016. Then in 2018, he won the WWE championship for the first time ever internationally on Friday Night SmackDown. My number 9 is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Fair dues on that. Fair dues on that. My number 9, quite surprising, I think, for that. My number 9 is Kane. Just because even though he had it for a very, very short while, it was one hell of a match he had on both nights on the King of the Ring and the Monday Night Raw. So yeah, he's my number 9. I'll go with Rotz for this one. Rotz, I want you to give me your 8 to 6.
8 to 6. My number 8 is the immortal Hulk Hogan.
I agree.
My number 7 is the final boss, The Rock.
Okay, and your number 6.
My number 6, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
That's very surprising. I thought you had Cody at 10. Lewis, you're 8 to 6.
Okay, so my number 8, I decided to give it to the Big Red Machine, Kane.
Great call.
My number 7, I decided to give to the King of Kings, Triple H. And my number 6, I decided to give to the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Wow. AJ going over Triple H. Cool. That is controversial. Loving it. My number 8 was AJ. My number 7 was The Miz. My number 6 was Seth Rollins. Ross, your number 5 to 2.
My number 5, the best in the world, CM Punk.
Number 5.
Yes.
I could tell what your number 1's going to be now.
My number 4, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Good call.
My number 3, Triple H.
Great call.
My number 2, the never seen 17, John Cena.
Okay. Lewis, what's your 5 to 2?
Okay, my number 5, John Cena. My number 4, the Phenom, The Undertaker.
Okay. Number 3.
My number 3, nobody other than If You Smell What The Rock Is Cooking.
Wow. And your number 2?
My number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, great pick. Great pick. My number 5 was Bret Hart. My number 4 was Shawn Michaels. My number 3 was Triple H. My number 2 was CM Punk. Lewis, what is your number 1 WWE champion of all time?
My number 1 WWE champion of all time. 2,803 days. He dominated the 1960s and the 1970s. The one, the only, Bruno Sammartino.
Great shout. Absolutely great shout. Yeah, I do not think that even the OTC beat that record. So, Rotz.
My number 1 of WWE champions of all time is none other than the 1,316 days as the greatest modern day world champion of all time, Roman Reigns.
I am fucking shocked. But yeah, that's a great call. 1,316 days is a massive call. Both got your number ones are freaking awesome. However, my number one is you can never see 17 and the greatest of all time that could beat both of your guys, John Cena. If you win it 17 times, you win. All right, that was a fun list. Very controversial from Lewis. I was like, for someone to put Bret Hart number 9, I'm like, be happy that Steve don't see this because he'll whoop your ass. But I'm not surprised with Rotz because the guy is OTC for life. We'll put a blanket on this episode. If you're watching this live, we have a watch along in about 50 minutes. So with that, Lewis, thank you for joining us once again, brother. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me here on the Rotz Report and also watching WWE Raw and SmackDown with these two living legends right here. You can also find me on Forever Boston Sports, where we talk shit about NFL, NBA, and baseball. And we have a new person joining us on Forever Boston Sports for the NFL shows. And his name is none other than Mr. Christopher Rotz. And I am really, really looking forward to having him on, especially when the Patriots piss all over the Steelers. I'm joking. I'm only joking. But no, boys, honestly, I really needed this today. I really needed to be around friends. So it's honestly, to everyone watching, thank you all for tuning in. And it's been a pleasure as always, lads. Thank you.
Thank you, Lewis. Ohio Showstopper, where can people find you, brother?
Where can people find me at is on my Instagram, CMROTZ_1316. Facebook, Christopher Rotz. My X account, CRotz24. It's always been a pleasure here on my podcast. Rotz Report, what Manny alluded to, we will be back here momentarily for our SmackDown watch along. It will be the go home show before tomorrow night's WWE Backlash Premium Live event from Tampa, Florida. And if you guys are watching Backlash tomorrow, it will begin at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific in the United States on the ESPN Unlimited plan. But the first hour will be on ESPN2. Always treasure your mentalities. Always think positive instead of the negative. And here at Wrestling Pedigree, I want to give our wrestling moms, our own moms, we want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day weekend. Hopefully you guys have a safe and blessed Mother's Day weekend. I love my mom every single day, and I am going to be spending the day with her on Sunday. So happy Mother's Day weekend to all of our moms out there in wherever you guys are watching this around the world. So always treasure your mentality and always say yeah to NoDQ.com and follow Wrestling Pedigree on all social media platforms.
Absolutely well said. We have Wrestling Roundtable Sunday, and we have Wrestling Pedigree podcast tomorrow night. Me and Steve will be doing the episode we were supposed to do last week, which was the All-In 2018. So with that, from Lewis, from Rotz, and myself, enjoy professional wrestling, enjoy the weekend, and just have fun.